And good morning and welcome to the WXCO Morning Report, part of Mornings with Pat Kreitlow here on 98.9 WXCO, online at WXCO.FM, mobile devices, and Alexa by searching WXCO and on the Civic Media app. I am Chad Holmes along with Ian Welsh. Ian, good morning.
Good morning, Chad.
We will have more with you coming up in just a few minutes, but first, we're very happy to have a full studio here this morning. We have three members of the cast from DC Everest Senior High School. Their performing arts department is in the midst of a run of the SpongeBob musical. They had production last weekend, and they will be back at it again coming up this weekend. And before we begin, let's introduce who we have across the table. We have you move that microphone up. We'll start right over here to my left. First of all, what's your name and what part are you playing?
My name is Catherine Harmon, and I'm playing Sandy Cheeks the squirrel.
Catherine, good to have you here. And gentlemen across the way, what's the names and what roles are you performing in?
I'm Bennett Berg, and I'm playing Patrick the Sea Star.
Okay, Bennett, nice to see you. And finally,
my name is Jackson, and I'm playing SpongeBob.
Oh, the name on the musical, SpongeBob himself. So it's good to have you all here. Actually, right now you're in the midst of the run. It's a 2-weekend run. Often we have shows that are just 1 weekend. I imagine is it exciting? Does it add to have a second weekend of the show, have that first weekend, and then know that you have another weekend of performances coming up?
I think it really does. It's really helpful to have 2 weekends of the show. We can really settle into our parts, and it doesn't go by so fast, which is really nice.
Fantastic. Well, let's talk a little bit about your characters. Let's start with SpongeBob himself, Jackson, right?
Yes.
Jackson, what is tell us about your role as SpongeBob. I mean, get into that character. What's the biggest, maybe the biggest fun part of that role, and maybe the biggest challenge of the role?
I say one of the biggest fun things about the role would have to be just how really upbeat SpongeBob is, and how you can kind of just transfer that energy to other people, just spreading positivity throughout Bikini Bottom. I'd say the most challenging would just keeping that energy throughout the whole thing and throughout 2 weekends.
Let's continue. Again, what's the role? And again, I'm sorry. First name again?
Bennett.
Bennett. What role are you playing again? What maybe is the a little bit about the character and maybe the challenge of the character?
Yeah, I'm playing Patrick the Sea Star, and one thing about Patrick is he's just kind of he's just kind of there. He's like a golden retriever. He's like a pet almost because he really doesn't know what's going on most of the time, but he knows. I think he knows when to be serious. Like long ways down the show, he knows when to really kind of be serious, and then but obviously he's still got that kind of dumb side to him and his little goofy side, and playing that is just so much fun.
And Catherine, right?
Yes.
I got that one right. And again, what's the role that you're playing?
I'm playing Sandy Cheeks the squirrel, and I think one of the most fun parts about playing Sandy is that she is a squirrel in a sea of fish and sea creatures and animals. So it is a very different role than every other on stage, which I think is pretty awesome. But what's really difficult is she's very smart. That's kind of her thing, and there's a lot of lengthy monologues and big words that I have to memorize and say.
How big of a cast is there for this production? Are there a lot of kids involved in this show?
Yeah, I'd say there's about 60, 50, somewhere around there.
When did the process begin? How many weeks of rehearsal did you guys have?
We started before school started. We had our auditions, and then right at the beginning of the school year, the beginning of September, we started rehearsals, and we really just needed a lot of time to get a lot of the technical elements of the show. We have an amazing set and new design elements incorporated into the production.
For each of you, how many productions have you been involved in, and how long have you been doing this? When did each of you get involved in theater and performing? I will start with Jackson. And again, how old were you the first time that you were on stage?
I started when I was 11, back in 6th grade. My mom said I needed to get a hobby, and my sister was in the DC Everest Performing Arts program, And so she made me audition for James and the Giant Peach. And that was my first show, and I got James.
You just get all the lead roles, don't you?
Since then, I've done, well, in my whole high school career, I've done 15 shows total, including SpongeBob. It's been really fun.
What is it about the theater that has, number one, you got into it, but what's kept you coming back? What is the best part of being part of these productions?
I really enjoy acting. Since I was a kid, I've loved movies, just watching. I've always found it fun to play different characters and just put yourself in that role. And theater has taught me how to just keep going.
And Bennett, how about you? When did you first hit the stage?
Yeah, so I started when I was 10 years old, and I auditioned for The Lion King, and I got one of the hyenas, and I just remember how excited my mom was because it's something that I've never done before, but a couple of my friends did it, and then they were like, "Oh, you should do it." So I just thought it'd be a fun opportunity.
What was it about it that, you said you tried it and you've kept doing it? What has it been that kept you coming back for more?
Yeah, so I just I think I just love singing, and then another thing is like the people that I meet in these shows, and they're all just super nice people, super sweet people, and yeah, just singing, acting, it's all so much fun.
And Catherine, what about you? How old were you the first time that you got involved in theater?
I was probably about 8 in 3rd grade when I was in my first show, and that was a community show. But since then, I've been in 11 productions through DC Everest Performing Arts, and being a senior, this will be my final production with them. And what's really been bringing me back is I've developed a passion for vocal performance and singing, and also just the wonderful community we have in theater throughout Wausau.
Are you hoping to continue when you go to the next level, to continue performing?
Yes, I am in the midst of auditioning for college programs for vocal performance. So that is my dream, to continue singing throughout.
What about you, gentlemen? Are you, by the way, what level are you in school? What grade level?
Sorry.
It's not a trick question.
I'm in 10th grade. Yeah, I'm a sophomore. Yeah.
I'm a senior with Catherine.
Okay, and are you planning on trying to continue at the next level, continuing performing?
Yes, I am planning on double majoring in acting and mathematics.
Do you know where you're going?
Carthage, over in Kenosha.
Very good. And Catherine, you said you were auditioning. Have you not made a decision yet on where you're going to be going next?
Correct.
Okay, very good. Well, let's get back to the show itself. Is there either a moment, a song, a scene that is a favorite for each of you as you look forward to being back again this weekend? What is maybe the favorite moment or the part of the show that you guys really enjoy? We'll start with you, Catherine, here. What's your favorite part of the production, or maybe a favorite part that when you're involved on the stage?
My favorite part of the show is the Act 1 closer, Tomorrow Is, because it starts with Jackson and I on stage, and we gradually all of the town comes in, and we're all talking about the really big problem we have in this show and how we're going to fix it.
Jackson, what about you? As SpongeBob, what is your maybe favorite moment or scene of the show, song or anything like that?
I'd have to say my favorite song would be Best Day Ever. It's SpongeBob kind of doing what he does best and just spreading positivity throughout the town, even though everyone thinks that all hope is lost and nothing can come back. It really gives me an opportunity to just really get in character, and I love spreading positivity just in real life as well. So,
and Bennett, what about you in terms of maybe that favorite moment of the show?
Yeah, I think one of my favorite moments is the song BFF, and it's me and Jackson's song where we just kind of dance, and I'm so invested in the TV and all this stuff, but he's telling me no, like we can be with each other, we don't need TV, we can hang out.
A production like this, and you're saying 60 kids involved in it. I mean, that's just massive. What do you take besides the acting and the fun and the singing? what do you learn? What do you take away from a massive production like this? Because I imagine that in addition to the fun aspect, the team aspect and just everything else that goes into trying to put together a successful production, there's got to be some learning experiences beyond just the performing aspect.
I think this year being a senior, we have a lot of like the 60 kids is a good amount of them are younger kids. We have like 7th through 12th in this show. So I think I've learned a lot about leadership, and I've gotten to be kind of a mentor to those younger kids during my time in this production, and also the amount of crew and production staff like work that it takes to put on a really high caliber production like this.
And guys, is there pressure? I think a lot of people that may come to a show and may not have ever performed will think, boy, there's got to be a lot of pressure involved. Or is it a case where you're just so prepared that you're able to step away and truly get into the characters? Could you maybe peel back the curtain just a little bit in terms of what it's actually like to be on the stage? What are you feeling out there?
When you rehearse, it feels like you're ready for anything. But as soon as you step on that stage and there's an audience out in the theater, you just gotta be prepared, because you're still gonna feel that pressure to do your best.
And Bennett, what about you? In terms of, is there pressure when you're on stage, or is it something that, hey, I'm soaking it all in, and it's just a lot of fun?
Yeah. So I think when I go on stage for like we go back to the first show that we did, opening night, I think I was like really nervous. Like I think it's the thing for the start of like every show that we do. I think it's just like a really nervous feeling, but then once you get into it and then you start doing it and then you're like, oh, like this is awesome. Then like you just kind of go with the flow, and then you're just having fun.
Fantastic. And I want to ask each of you a final question. And I actually use this question because I do a program every week with student athletes. And the last question I always ask, and maybe for Bennett may not be quite as good because you're only a sophomore, but for the seniors especially, based on your experiences, and Catherine, you said you had a lot of younger performers involved in this show. What piece of advice would you give the younger performers based on your experiences as they, maybe some of them starting their journey as performers? What piece of advice do you give maybe younger performers to try to allow them to fully embrace the entire experience of these productions?
I'd say like don't take for granted the time you have, and really make connections with the people in the community, because those are the things that will last beyond your time at the high school.
And what about you, Jackson, in terms of, you've had some good experience performing. What piece of advice would you give for a younger performer, maybe just starting their journey?
I say if you're not sure to pursue theater, I'd say give it a shot at least once. See how it goes, and if you really like it, you just got to keep going with it. And if you don't get like a role you want, you just got to keep working at it, because it really brings space for character growth.
And I guess, Bennett, for you, I would maybe not advise, but what's the biggest thing you've learned in your experiences?
One of the biggest things I've learned is I think that I've just learned to, like, obviously, like, I've auditioned for stuff, and I've gotten like some ensemble roles and some just smaller roles, but honestly, I think in the end it's just like the mindset about never giving up and just like keep trying. And then, I mean, as soon as you know it, like you're gonna be good, and you just keep practicing.
And some more opportunities to see the SpongeBob musical at DC Everest Senior High School's theater Friday night at 7 p.m., Saturday at 1 p.m., Sunday at 1 p.m. Those are I'm not missing anything there, am I? The one show each day? Very good. So if you want to see it in the evening, Friday at 7, Saturday at 1, Sunday at 1 p.m. If you go to dce.booktix.com, be able to get your tickets beforehand. We'll have that link on our show page, as you can get a listen to the podcast, but also give you information on how to get the tickets for the SpongeBob musical. Jackson, Bennett, Catherine, thank you very much. Break a leg again this weekend, and thanks for coming on over.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break and come back with more. It is the WXCO Morning Report, 98.9 WXCO. And we're clear. Thank you.